Okay, let's get right into it. This is your host, 10 o'clock scholar. And when I get these conversations in my head so loud, I got to get a crowd and holler it out. And you do with it what you need to do with it. Ignore it or take the ball and run with it. Because once you hear it, it's your idea. You have adopted it. I'm breathing the breath of an idea. It's not mine. It was shared with me. Now, as I share with you, it becomes yours. Or not yours, you share with somebody. So we all share in the same space as far as ideas. You don't own it, but you can claim it as yours. What is this conversation you're talking about in your head? 10 o'clock scholar. You know, in the recent years, they had this organization called themselves Foundational Black Americans. Man, Noah Drew Ali came in 1920s, told us to stop calling ourselves black, because that's a slavery term. What history do black take you to before 1492? You see how they erased that history? Because you can't connect to it because you calling yourself black. So you don't know about your history before then, when you ruled the world under the name of Moors. No, you're black. You're not a Moor. You see how they did that? And you fall right into the trap, calling yourself black. Not only are is we talked about claiming your nationality because the name's supposed to take you to a place of land. They can identify your origin. Now, Noah Webster's in 1828, he said Americans are copper colored people. He said that 1828 dictionary is proven. Now they've changed that. They say, oh, it's been added to include those who are born in the United States of America or Americans. And wait a minute. Here you got people who say they're Americans, copper colored American, which means it says you want to know what copper color means. It means tawny, dark, swarthy, tawny. All these names mean copper color because copper has many different colors. This is it in its pure form, but it can be it can look dark. Yeah, it's been in the weather a while. It's gonna look green when it's tarnished and hasn't been cleaned. So copper color is more of a catchphrase for dark-skinned people, in case you didn't know that. Now wait a minute. This man say you're black. You're foundational black. You're not swarthy. You're not dark. You can see. Wow. And it always happens. There's always somebody to keep the lie. There's no other way to call it. To keep the lie going. Here we trying to get you to stop calling yourself black and call yourself the first American. You are the first American. The copper colored people that Noah Webster spoke about. You are the first one. Aboriginal people. You're the first American. But no, you want to call yourself not just black, but foundational black. What the hell is that? You have lost your mind. But all this is government All do you find the government infiltrating groups through these terms, getting you to call yourself T.W.E. Nasheed. That name come to mind. Yeah, they paid him off to bring up that term. Yeah. Call yourself foundational Black America. To create to what? To divide and conquer. We got to divide this. We got to divide this Pan-African movement. Black people coming together. Oh, that's a threat to us. So let's separate. Let's divide them. Let's call some foundational Black. So if you're not a foundational Black, if you wasn't born in America and part of the civil rights movement, man, y'all are sick. As you know, with me, no civil rights movement, if this man from Jamaica hadn't came here, Marcus Garvey, he came in and started the biggest movement that we ever had, international movement, the Black Star Line. Marcus Garvey. He wasn't a foundational Black American, but he identified with the Pan-African struggle. So y'all trying to separate yourself from Marcus Garvey because he wasn't born here? Y'all sick. Y'all sick. You don't know how sick you are. So there's some conversation going on in my head, and I want y'all to start calling yourself First Americans. Call yourself First American. That's what I'm going to call myself. They ask me, oh, who are you? What's your nationality? I'm the First American. Each one we get my ethnicity, I say, well, I'm a more American. More American. I'm no ish on me. I'm not kind of an American. I'm a more American. The First American. And I got treaties to prove it. Y'all need to talk to me so I can tell you what books to read. So if you're not born in America, you are the first American because you're born on a continent. They want you to think America is the United States. America is North, America is the continent. You got North and South and Central. So if you're born in that continent, you are an American. Don't let these people play games with your mind. But you're calling yourself, oh, I'm Honduras, or I'm Guatemalan, or I'm all these boundaries, corporation that he set up to divide you. But where are you? You in America. You are an American because you're born in America. Whether it's North, South, Central, don't matter. These are boundaries the colonizers set up, these boundaries in these countries. Now you can be proud of your country, but call yourself by your name of your location. You are an American. All these fractions is what he did to divide and conquer. So you don't. Okay, I'm Venezuelan, so I don't want to deal with Colombians, and I'm Argentinian, so I don't want to deal with the Panamanians. You see all these separations he create with these countries, names, corporations that he benefit from, calling yourself a corporation. He benefit from that. He got a trust fund in the corporate name that he makes money off that name. So you calling yourself a corporation when you call yourself by a country name. Because that's the way your ancestors did it, so that's the way you do it. I'm saying if you want to change your condition, you got to change your thinking. Call yourself by your continental name, the name that unites us, American. And that means he got to call himself by his origin, which is Europe. He's not an American. He has adopted America as his country. But he's not indigenous to this land, and he'll tell you that. And when you see the big picture, you see, oh, what's really going on. It's a war, y'all. It has never ended. You know, you're calling yourself like Foundation of Black Americans. I'm Guatemalan, Panamanian. You are participating in supporting his war of divide and conquer. Somebody talk back to me. Okay, copper. Yes, that's copper. Glad you can see that. Well, not much to talk about in the chat. So those who coming on, who's not in the live, because there's no live. They say live. I don't see nothing here live, but me. The chat is dead. So if you coming on a playback, let me know your comments. If you got the courage to do that. But if you afraid you're gonna be tracked and they're gonna know who you are, yeah, don't comment, because I don't want that blemish on my website of fear. Because you already done. If you fearful in these days, then you're done. Okay, that's it for me. Thank y'all for tuning in, for listening. Until next time, stay in the light. I'm your educator, 10 o'clock scholar.